Students watching, boys and girls in our classroom, we're ready to begin our cursive writing lesson. Now, we've been learning so many of these cursive letters together. So let's do something. Let's come on over here to our screen and let's notice all of our letters. Some of them we've learned, many of them we'll still be learning together. But notice we have both our capital and our lowercase letter. Let's do this. In a moment, we'll sing together the alphabet song, and as we sing, I want you to notice those letters and try to remember which ones we already know how to write. You ready to join us? Students watching, boys and girls in our classroom, let's sing the alphabet song, but notice these letters. Here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Wonderful. Did you notice some letters we already know? Students watching, why don't you give me a letter you already know how to write in cursive? Okay, that was a good choice. Victoria, what's your choice?
I know. I think the letter V.
The letter V, she knows capital V for Victoria because we've been working on our names. What's another one that you know, Titus?
I.
He knows I. We've got our lowercase I. We learned that one of our very first lessons. Well, let's take a moment and let's go back just a couple of letters to this letter. What letter am I pointing to, Benjamin?
F.
It is. It's our lowercase letter F. And in a moment, we're going to learn how to write our lowercase letter F together. So let's come on over here to our card, and I want you to look to see the way we're going to form letter F. Now, I have to tell you about letter F. I want you to be able to make letter F the best, the most wonderful way. In fact, I want you to have your letter F be a gold medal letter. Now, do you know what that means, students watching and boys and girls in our classroom? I don't know about you, but there's something that I like to watch when it comes on every 4 years. I like to watch the Olympics. If you know what the Olympics are, give me a smile. The Olympics are games where people gather together to show that they're really good at a different sport or competition. And I love to watch ice skating. If you know what ice skating is, give me a smile. Good, I see a lot of smiles. Maybe some of our students watching, you're good at ice skating. Well, the ice skating competition, I like to see all of the performances they do. They have something special called a routine, and they always follow the same path in the same direction. And if they do a good job on their routine, they could win the gold medal for their country. So let's look at our lowercase letter F. And I want us to see the routine or the path that our lowercase letter F will follow, just like our ice skaters might do in the Olympics. Our letter F is going to start right on the pink carpet. Now, notice where letter F lives. Do you see this already? Letter F is big, and we're going to have a big routine, a big path when we make our letter F. It is in the upstairs, the downstairs, and the basement. So we'll start right at the pink carpet. We're going to slant all the way up to the ceiling. We're going to curve back or roll back all the way down to the floor of the basement. Then we're going to tumble forward up to the pink carpet and then come out with a smile because, whew, we finished our routine and we got our gold medal. You ready to try for a gold medal? Watch me as I show your path or your routine again. We'll start right here at the pink carpet. We're going to slant up to the ceiling, roll back all the way down to the floor of this basement, then tumble forward and come out with a smile, stopping at the downstairs midline. That was a gold medal path or routine. Now let's come over to our video and let's see if they can get a gold medal with the way they make the letter F. Do you think we should go quickly as we make our letter F since it's so big? What do you think, students watching? And what do you think? Should we go really fast, Aslan?
No.
No, even though it's a letter that lives in all of our 3 floors, we still want to take our time. So notice for our lowercase letter F, we want to start right on that pink carpet. We're going to slant and go all the way up to the ceiling. Letter F is a big letter. We'll roll back all the way down to the floor of the basement. Then we'll tumble forward until we get to the pink carpet, then come out with a nice smile, and we'll stop right at the downstairs midline. Let's come over to the board, and I want you to watch me as I trace our first lowercase f on the board. Where does lowercase f live, Benjamin?
Upstairs, downstairs, in the basement.
It does. It's a big letter, so watch me as I trace our lowercase f. We're going to start right on the pink carpet. We're going to slant all the way up to the ceiling. Roll back. We'll go all the way down to the floor of the basement, tumble forward, and then come out with our big smile, stopping right at the downstairs midline. Have your pointer finger in the air. Students watching, you join us as well. I'll trace this next one on the board. We're going to start at the pink carpet. We're going to slant up to the ceiling. Roll back. Looks good, Tanner. All the way to the floor of the basement. Take your time. Then we'll tumble forward up to above that pink carpet and then come out with a smile, stopping at the downstairs midline. Let's see if we have some gold medal letter F riders in here. Students watching, I know that would be you as well. Come on over here and let's see if we can get our gold medal. Oh, we've got our ice skating shoes on. We've got our gold medal. Who's going to get our gold medal? Why don't we have Tanner come do this one? Aslan, come here, and Kobe, you do your gold medal letter F right here on their screen. While they're doing that, let's come back over here to our board. And students watching, you keep that pointer finger ready. How is your letter F looking? Remember, it follows the same path, and it's a big path. I'm going to write it on the board. Students watching, boys and girls in our classroom, you be ready with that pointer finger. Remember, we're starting right here on the pink carpet. We're going to slant up to the ceiling. Roll back until we touch the floor of the basement. Tumble forward up to that pink carpet. Then come out and stop with a smile right at the downstairs midline. All right, let's practice another lowercase f together. Remember, this has a really big path. It's a big letter, so we want to be slow and steady and do our very best carefully to write this letter. Let's practice again. Go ahead and have your pointer finger in the air. Students watching, boys and girls in our classroom, and let's do another lowercase f. Where should I begin lowercase f, students watching? And where should I begin, Victoria? On what line?
On
What line is that?
the downstairs.
Right at the downstairs, right on the pink carpet. So we'll start at the pink carpet. We're going to slant up to the ceiling. Roll back. Remember, we'll go all the way down to the floor of the basement. We'll tumble forward and we'll come, touch that pink carpet, and stop right at the downstairs midline. Now let's come over to our screen and let's see if we have some gold medal letter F riders. I think that we do. We'll start right over here with Tanner's. Wow. Students watching, look at Tanner's. Do you see how he was so careful to follow his path? That's his routine. Good job, gold medal for Tanner. Over here we have Aria, or Aslan's. Aslan, again, gold medal. I like how she was careful to touch each of those lines. Remember how tall letter F is. It goes all the way to the ceiling and to the floor of the basement. Kobe, what a really good start. I think we'll work on our just connections at the bottom when we finish up that last tumble, but a great start with that lowercase letter F. Let's do this. Let's be ready to make our own gold medal letter Fs on our papers. So go ahead and get close to your workstation. Now, be careful of your paper. To be a gold medal rider, we have to have a good paper position. So slant the paper the way you need to, depending on the hand you write with. Now pick up your pencil. Hold that pencil carefully. How's your posture? Are you sitting up straight and tall? Are you at a comfortable place? Now let's begin with our name. Begin by writing your name neatly on this paper. Good, Hayden. I like the slant of your paper. Good, Hayden. Nice and slow. Trey, that capital T is looking good. Oh, Aria, your name. What good slant you have. Really pretty. Good. Just be careful of little things, but I'm loving the slant. Good. There you go, Titus. Nice and slow. go ahead and take your pencil point and put it on the red dot of your lowercase f right at the top of your paper. Ready to be ice skaters? Let's get a gold medal. Let's go all the way up to the ceiling. We'll roll backward, go all the way to the floor of the basement. Now tumble forward. Go up to that pink carpet, in fact, just a little bit above, then come out with a smile. Stop at the downstairs midline. What do you think? Did you get a gold medal? Before we start with the rest of our gold medals, let's go to our warm-up. Every good athlete knows we got to warm up those muscles. So let's warm up. We'll do those nice tall loops. Hey Titus, can we pause for just a moment? I know we haven't learned capital T yet, but I want us to write this together. You want more of an oval shape for that T. You see how it's a little bit thinner than the one you're writing? And then just come out. You're doing a great job with swinging out bigger than the top. There you go. Just like that. That's about the right size for your name. You see the difference? See how big your name is compared to this one? Try to make it just a little bit smaller. Good. Don't forget your paperweight, Benjamin. There you go. Good. That looks really nice. All right, let's go to house number 1 and let's be ready to get some gold medals with our letter F. Take your time. Finish the routine. Have just the right path. Boy, I like this slant, Kobe. Really good job. Got to warm up those muscles, don't we? Just swing out a little bit more with that LY, but a great start. Good job, Tanner. Really neat. How's it going, Victoria? Good. Here's what I want you to be careful of, touching every single line. See my I and my A, how it touches? Why don't you finish up row number 1, then come back and trace those 2 letters. You did great. That's it. You did great. There you go. Nice gold medal for Emery. Perfect. Let's pause for just a moment. Put your pencil in front of you and let's see the way that letter F is going to connect to other letters. I have a blend on our board. Girls watching, tell me what this blend is right along with Victoria. Victoria, what blend is this?
Fab.
It is the blend Fab. So let's see how letter F connects to other letters. We'll begin right on our pink carpet. We'll slant up, touch that ceiling, roll back all the way down to the floor of the basement. Then tumble forward into our letter F. And notice we'll just go to where letter A begins. And this is where we have to retrace carefully. Remember, we're not picking up our pencil, we're retracing. We go back to where letter A begins, and then we come out with a smile. Go ahead and take your pointer finger. I want you to trace the blend fat in the air while I write it on the board. We'll begin with our letter F. We'll go up to the ceiling, roll back, touch that floor of the basement, tumble forward, come into our letter A. Remember, not picking up our pencils, retracing, then coming out with a smile. Let's try one more. Do it in the air right along with us, students watching. We'll begin with our letter F. Roll back all the way to the floor of the basement. Now tumble forward. Here's our letter F. Into our A, retracing carefully, and then out with a smile. Now let's look just for a moment at our worksheet. Notice we have some blends we'll be doing in just a moment. Take your time and trace them carefully and then write them carefully as well. Then we have some words that we'll write and then we'll finish up with our sentence. Remember, for our sentence, trace a word, then write the word right underneath it to really work on this spacing. Students watching, I want you to finish this paper with your on-site teacher.